Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host ImperialDane, the one, the only master propaganda hero psych defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Twin Beaches here with a new patch, which is fixed a bunch of bugs, added some cosmetic stuff, but also nerfed the Pathfinders, the Loiters, and the M1340s. Apparently more patches, another balance patch be coming up that should hopefully deal with, balance in more detail. So for now, that's sort of what's there. But that's a good start, I suppose. All the way off here, in the north, it is DexN, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the 3rd Infantry Division. In the south, it is the ImperialDane himself, Earsons, Quick match I had here, thought was decent, right after the patch was out. So, can get that casted in time. All the way here, they're fighting for the 26th Panzer Division here. Trying to break through. There was no buffs to the Wehrmacht, so, well, Breakthrough's still one of your better Wehrmacht battle groups by far. Gonna do something out here. Pioneer spreading out there. It's kind of my preferred build here is the Wehrmacht. Pathfinders, or Scouts busy there, not Pathfinders for once. And we got the Weasel out. He's going for special operations. Weasel there rushing out. Rob's going from the north. Ground points here. Sandbags down. I imagine special operations will be getting a lot more popular now again, due to, again, the Weasel being quite good. And, of course, the SSF commanders also being quite good. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters who keep the Propagandacast running through their hard, earned contributions. A big thanks to all those. Also, a big thanks to Andrew for donating to support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. So, going to bring up here, quick bit of sandbagging here. I'm only going to finish that strip here because, it's going to take too long to get the rest going, but at least this means taking heavy cover versus light cover. I have the advantage, even if it is Grenadiers versus Rifle squads. 2nd Grenadier squad here ready. Sneaking up southwards with the Pioneers here. Weasel there, probably going to upgrade with the 30 cal. Popping into the building. He's going to reposition his Rifle squad in response, so I'm just going to pop into it, obviously. Going to pursue. 2nd Grenadier squad moving up here, pursuing the Riflemen here. South here, we've got the Pioneers in the Southern Nations Point. Scouts going to move in for that. Things about to heat up in the centre. We've got the Weasel moving up. 30 cal flank with the Grenadiers here. The men of the 26th Panzer Division. 2nd Panzer Grenadier Company. More riflemen out there for DexN. Crashing in here, all my Grenadiers here. Bit heavy cover there. Charging in for freedom and democracy. Going to quick switch over to the Rifle squad rather than the Weasel. 3rd Grenadier squad ready here. Brutal close quarters combat here. Pioneers versus the Scouts in the south though. Getting the upper hand there. Small win for Deutschland. Rifle squad being bled out here. 3rd Grenadier squad ready, and we'll be upgrading those for the MP40s. Pioneer continues. Grenadiers there need to retreat before they get wiped. And we got the Pioneers up north base as well there. So while I'm definitely holding up here, I'm making progress on the flanks, which is always important. If you're making progress else in the center, for example. Meanwhile, we got this MP40 Grenadiers there, almost fully upgraded. We got the flank of the Riflemen. Charging in there for Deutschland. There we go. MP40 is ready, and up behind the Riflemen, forcing that back. Closing in there, hoping to maybe score a wipe here. And DexN in the early game, and the 3rd Infantry Division. Going to see following up to maybe provide some extra shots there. And I do not get the wipe here. Fortunate for DexN, less so for me, obviously. Meanwhile, also going here for the Panzer Grenadier Company. Want to take up for that fast and go for some Panzer Grenadiers fast. They are quite good, but I feel like a bit overlooked. Up north here, base reinforcements for DexN and the 3rd Infantry. Grenadiers are being absolutely overwhelmed. The Weasel there backed up the Riflemen, of course, proving to be quite tough. Sandbags in the south here. Grenadiers reinforced, pushing forwards once more for Deutschland. He's going for a wipe here. And he's going to rush forwards here right into Panzerfaust, as he was definitely not expecting that one. Crew sent flying. And far up north, they're Pioneers of the Pathfinders. Ralph scored Hilo and Health, pulling up behind the wreckage of the Weasel. Why does he call this thing a Weasel? I don't know. Aye, because it crumbles under gunfire. I guess. Why would they name it out like that? I don't know. The Americans are weird. And the Grenadiers was Ralph squad here. Got the Panzer squad here ready this time. They actually didn't train one. I actually just transferred out the low health Grenadier squad. So you just quickly get them into the fight here. In this case, I just focused on like expedience plus, you know, so I didn't actually like concentrating on like a low health grenadier squad there. Other squad need to be held out. We got some more hard men here of the 26th Panzer Division. One of the few armoured divisions that actually fought in Italy. Most of it would have been Panzergrenadier divisions and, well, infantry divisions, plus a few Jaegers and Gebirgsjäger, and of course, Fallschirmjägers. But Panzer divisions were fairly low in numbers. Got the Panzer pushing in there. Overall, Italy was very much a secondary front for the Germans and for the Allies, honestly.
We are losing control of a sector.
And he's going to catch the low health Ralph squad in the south. And I should start taking up soonish. Can't continue to fight here with Ralph squad and the captain. Now moving up here with the Pioneers, the Pioneer in the south. Ralph squad rapidly routed. Ralph squad pull back here. That's the MP40 Grenadiers already. So both Grenadier squads now been equipped, of course, with the mighty Maschinen Pistol and 40. Friedrich there drops dead. Pulling up close to the Panzer Grenadiers there. Routing El Capitan.
Advanced weaponry will soon be available.
Enforcing healing here, and we got BARs up there for DexN going pretty hard on them, looking of course to overwhelm me, and of course barred up riflemen pack a hell of a punch, in particular they're with double bars, and so it's going to put some pressure on my MP40 Grenadiers here. Because he's charging in, they got poured on them. Sadly my Grenadiers here are not doing too smashing well. I do go for Grenade Assault, but at this point he could just quickly dodge up behind, so I end up wasting 45 munitions. That was obviously less than ideal there for me. But up north here though, M40 Grenadiers right in the last remaining scout, as the rest have pretty much been murdered. Hit the cop on there. Trying my best to, like, you know, keep DexN's economy down. The BARs, of course, represent both a threat to me, but also an opportunity that means I know I don't get, like, hit with fast light vehicles. It also means, you know, if I can sort of contain the BARs, I can maybe also stall out, like, any heavier armor there from DexN. So we got the support elements up there. Got the healing up as well.
The men are ready.
So some pretty fierce action here. We got the happening northwards here for DexN. Freedom and democracy.
Half-track infantry are awaiting
Mechanized assault group. Ralph squad chance Grenadiers here. Again, we got two full squads here. I just am retreating here because this engagement is not going to go in my favor. No point in finding engagement like that, obviously. Obviously, I'm slightly hit by an issue, which is I didn't go for like another Panzer Grenadier squad. Typically here, my build would involve two assault MP40 Grenadiers and two Panzer Grenadier squads. But as of current speaking, again, because of the way I went about things, I don't actually have that second Panzer Grenadier squad. So I'm actually a bit short-handed on infantry. And I'm going to be pushing for Stuka. There's actually a part of me that's considering calling out a mechanized assault group for some fairly fast Starstruppen, but I kind of like, you know, hold myself back then. We'll push for the Stug once I remember here. North here, Panzer around the Ralph squad here. Running for the compound, we're going to need some Pioneers there, ripping through the Ralph squad there. A lot of engagements all over the place here, to be honest. A lot of engagements. Another push up through the center here with Pioneers and Assault Grenadiers here. MP40 Grenadiers for the Ralph squad and the Captain. Captain being focused down here, as he's obviously the easy target to focus down. Grenade Assault on the Rifle Squad. Dodging that one. Probably shouldn't have bothered with that, in particular since I'm so close to the Stug. I should have preserved the munitions there for the Pneumatic Maschinengewehr, so that was a bit of a slip there. Bit of a slip. The Stug is almost done. Scouts around in the south.
Sturmgeschütz deployed.
There you go, Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausfänge ready for the Fatherland. Mighty Stug 3G. He's reinforcing there. We should be reinforcing. Bit short initiative for the Pinland Maschinengewehr on the Stug. There we go. I should be going for that as soon as humanly possible. But I guess I failed to do that. Pushing in, actually quickly merge the Grenadiers for the Panzer Grenadiers here to get them to full strength. Good push on the cop on there caused by DexN. North here, my Grenadiers being again swarmed by double rifle squads. I don't think he's actually double barred any of his riflemen so far here, which is definitely to my benefit. Definitely to my benefit. Pushing in with the Stuk and the Panzer goes to the Ralph squad here. Overwhelming there and routing them. Maschinengewehr gefechtsbereit in the south here. DexN southern flank pushes forwards here. Soldiers moving northwards here. Panzer going up here alongside the Stuk with the Ralph squad here. A lot of pressure from DexN. A lot of pressure. Routed Ralph squad here. Stuk blasting away. And then go for a second Stuk. Could go for a second Stuk. Captain caught between the Stuk and the assault grenadiers and are quickly routed. I really have to stress, like, the machine gun is a really critical upgrade for the Stuk. Critical, and preferably again long term also with the Panzer Grenadier officer quarters.
Yes, sir. We are ready. Waiting on.
Yeah, the lack of infantry and like only having 3 infantry squads is definitely hampering my ability to like pressure DexN in particular, since I do believe he's actually got 4 squads. Second Sturmgeschütz on the way, and I do believe we got some tech from up the base. I believe that is a tank depot here. Ralph squad here was the Stuk and the Panzer Grenadier. Routed. Like only 1 BAR there. Stuk moving up, port on them, holding the Panzer Grenadiers there, obviously. Union moving up, the soldiers moving up here as well. And he actually just runs in front of the Stuk here, allowing the Stuk to just shoot at it. As you might notice again, it packs a nice punch versus infantry. It's like really damaging them. Second Sturmgeschütz ready. Going to the double-barred rifleman. Quick retreat from here overall. Other squad northwards, and we got the captain forwards as well there for DexN. Second Stuk ready. Should be soon going for a Panzer Grenadier officer quarters because it's really good. No 2 ways around that. Until called in here by the captain. He's actually going for the mortar ability upgrade there. Most people actually tend to go for the other one, I believe, but like the mortar call-in is like pretty solid on the captain.
Bastards have secured our territory from
Tank
us.
depot there. Got reinforcements there for DexN. Rifle squad they're pushing forwards. Stuk quickly shoots one poor sort there. Second Stuk being quick with the machine gun as well. Pulling out with the Sturmgeschütze. Backed up with the Panzer Grenadier. Straight ahead there, pushing back the rifleman. And again, Ralph got versus 2 Stuks out in the open, and DexN very wisely just gets the hell out of there. Meanwhile, we got the Panzer officer quarters there almost done. Pioneers moving forwards.
We have finished the research.
There you go. Done, so that's immediately veterans 1 for both Stuks.
We have a surplus of
And,
points
I mean, the Panzers are already veterans, so they don't benefit as much, but they still get the 25 XP bonus increase there, and that's good. And of course, the Stuks also have that, so they can overall better faster, which is typically very good. Rolling ahead with the Stuks. Soldiers flanking up here. Using the southern points. There we go, he's actually adding extra BARs now. It's going to be a bit late here to the party, though. Pulling in here. Point blank shot. Units blobbed up are utterly annihilated. And then finished off with the machine guns and the MP40s. Again, point blank. Oh, it's called point blank blast now, but still. It's very good. Like, really, if you see a Stuk charging at you, it's got veterans who won, get the hell out of there. In particular, if I'm the one, I'm your opponent, because I know how to use this thing. And I'm not afraid to use it. In fact, I'm very eager to use it. That's the dangerous part. I am very eager to use it. And turn it back up, the M18 Hellcat here. Pantherfires in the M18. And he actually ended up making a really bad call, ended up charging in with the Stuks, thinking like maybe a chance to get off some shots here. Calling a mechanized assault group. The overall mess up here quite bad. My assault grenadiers that get suppressed here by a port on him. Fortunately, not damage that, but our way things go completely pear-shaped here. The pathing of the Stuks slightly messes up, but either way though, I ultimately should not have committed to this assault. This was just a very bad attack by me in the end. I completely misread the situation, and I just ended up throwing away both my Stooks here and the half-track. So, complete mess up there with me. Like, wiped just 2 rival squads, and then I completely just mess it up there by throwing away so much good equipment. That was a complete blunder by me. Absolute blunder. I was very upset about that, obviously. I mean, again, some things went wrong here on the game side, but ultimately I should have not committed to that assault in the first place. That was like my major mistake there. At least I didn't lose the Starstorm, I suppose, but that really put a dent in my forces. Of course, there is still one upside to this. The Stooks are relatively more easily, replaced at only 50 fuel. And again, I have the officer quarters upgrade, so while it is a painful blow, it could be worse. It could be worse. It could have been like Panzer IVs or something else. But still, not ideal either, and I really should not commit to that assault. That was a massive screw up there by me. I got too eager, figuring I could just close off the match there, and that just blinded me to the potential things where things would have gone wrong there. So that was a really, really bad move by me. No excuses in the end. No excuses. Pulling with the assault grenadiers. Flanking up the Captain of the Rival Squad, but still, in the end, I did get 2 Rival Squads wiped, so while I didn't quite make up for the losses I suffered, it does mean, again, I didn't get quite as badly screwed. We got the Starstorm pushing forward here, easily one of my favourite infantry units. They're just a bit better. They're not terrible, but, for sort of an elite infantry squad and all that, they don't quite pack much of a punch here. Almost got the 30 cal there, Sherman through here for freedom and democracy. Flanking the 30 cal here. They get basically said to represent very hardened Panzer Grenadiers. As typically they would have been equipped with MG42s, maybe have more higher number of MG43s and Sturmgewehrs, all that sort of stuff there. And it was not uncommon as the war went on for the Germans put together more elite, or more veteran troops into more specific elite units. They could be number, a variety of things. I've seen Sturm companies and such, for example, being used there sort of as a way to designate them. So, little fun fact. Fresh Stuttgart there. Of course, it's also at this point, part of me considered, to go for the Panzer Company, but also, hang on, I'm, kind of close to, be able to call him the Tiger Tank. Stuck bounces a shot there, so good. On the frontal arm of the Stuck wasn't actually bad. 80mm was armoured, also a bit sloped. This combined with a lack of, weak spots and just a lower profile did mean a Stuck from the front was fairly survivable. I mean, it's obviously not Panther or Tiger levels, but it's fairly survivable. Starstorming in here, opening up the Sherman. Several bounces there. Praise be to the Sturmgeschütz. Starstorming forwards him, hoping to maybe clear out the anti-tank and crew, but overall, I really should back off from this. I'm actually going to go for a second Sturk here because I'm still not close enough to the Tiger. And typically, you also, in my experience, want 2 Stuks operating together. I also should, of course, remember to upgrade that with machine guns. But I was it's also worth noting, even I'm, occupying the center, I'm crucially putting up pressure on the flanks of the map here versus DexN. So, even says up here, I'm ensuring I'm making progress elsewhere. Assault guns punching southwards here. Also, I don't know. At some point, we go for the infantry officer quarters upgrade here because it's obviously quite handy to have even later into the game, because even there, the extra XP could prove to be quite handy. North here, right about the Rival Squad, poured on him again, very powerful ability. Worth noting here, the one oddity here from DexN, also 30 cal this person, assault grenadiers. No engineers, he has no way of repairing his tanks, actually. He isn't bothering repairing them at all, which is a bit strange, really. You'd figured go for some engineers, but so far he's more prioritizing just churning out a lot of tanks. Also managed to grab myself a BA on these grenadiers. And they really pack some firepower. This time we're going to send the Stuks southwards because, again, moving up here is going to be just a massive shooting gallery, which is not really beneficial for me. Even if I get lucky with enough bounces, I really shouldn't count on that. And again, we saw what happened last time. So, again, sometimes it's better to learn from mistakes and not commit to them again. Set a move down here in the south,
The enemy has taken a victory
which would basically force them to like attack into the Stooks, so you know, maybe allow me some more of the room to maneuver in. Plus, it makes it happen to move the anti-tanks in towards the south there. But there you go, Starstorm out against the Rifle Squad. Close defense 1, grenade assault here popped. Dodges that one, he also threw it way too far, but yeah, they just don't take a lot of damage again. Starstorm, not as such bad, but not quite there the price tag. I go for them because I like the mechanized assault group, and I dream of the day they're actually like really good. Plus the storm upgrade has got on the half track. Flanking up around here. Gonna go for that machine gun in, pop the grenade assault on it. Hope to clear that out.
Pioneer infantry kill.
And very much dead. Panzer top with the Sherman. Stooks moving in here. Going for the Sherman here. Lost the Pioneer squad. Quite bloody loss there. Flanking up here, actually going for the Grenadier squads. On the anti-tank over the Grenadiers here. Stooks pursuing, second Grenadier squad moving in here. Veteran, you fearing those Grenadiers, by the way? Picking up the Stooks, got the anti-tank, actually merged with it. Actually really risky, I've been stupid, I would have did it there. Got the Hellcat. Brutal armor engagement here. And see again, like, you know, going from another angle with my Stooks, I catch my opponent fairly effectively off guard and so have much better success. Edges in the Stook shot bounces again. Glorious. I like it when we have an armor system that actually works reliably around the White Company's too. All the way though, Stook here trying to pull back, does not bounce shots. Stook gets a good kill there. And there you go, penetrating shot. Another Sturmgeschütz Asli kaputt. A tragic blow to the Wehrmacht. Punch sitting out, he can have been forcing in. Got the Starstorming up to assist here. Backed up with the Pioneer. DexN though striking back in the south here. Sherman has definitely seen some damage. And he's finally going for some engineers. I'm actually surprised it took him this long to get some engineers out there. Like, that fight would also gone a lot different for me if that Hellcat had been repaired. Of course, I wouldn't have committed to it if I hadn't, like, realized that Hellcat could, like, go down pretty quickly. Coming up, catching the captain there. And Veterancy 1. And there you go, popping shock assault, which makes them hard to hit and actually increases the accuracy, so in the right place, it can definitely give the Starstorm a nice little boost there. And now, I'm relatively within range of the Tiger tank. So, things are about to get a bit tough here for DexN and the 3rd Infantry Division. Pushing south of the Grenadiers, going for breakthrough again. Punch onto the building here to check for any anti-tank guns. Got the engineers to blocking any direct push, but I'm still going to make the attempt. Stu closing on T2. Engineers are being ripped apart by the Panzer Grenadiers out in the open. Closing on the east level here. Heading north to the Grenadiers here. And there you go. I quickly ordered the Ultra Reinforced to be disabled because, you know, I'm very close to the Tiger tank and I don't want to delay it a second.
Excellent. We have a Tiger heavy panzer ready.
There you go. Tiger tank rank from the 504th Schwere Panzerabteilung, which is the only heavy tank detachment to be sent to Italy, I believe. Again, not high priority, but at least they apparently saw some reason to send a Tiger unit there to Italy. And so I can't help but feel like they slightly changed the coloration of the Tiger a bit. It feels like it's slightly bluer hue there of Panzergral compared to the other stuff. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe it's just my imagination. Oh wait, Tiger tank pushing forwards here. Going on a hunt for that Sherman. Panzer Starstorm, of course, supporting the Tiger tank. You do want to support your Tigers with infantry.
Report. The Allies have only 200 points.
And we got another Sherman out here. Got the Starstorm Panzer going up, Stuke to support as well here. Great shot from the Tiger tank. He was clearly not ready for a Tiger tank. Whoever is. And there you go. That Sherman is kaput. Nation's cooked off there. Stug rushing forward here, trying for a point blank shot. Got the in from the flank here, looking for the Panzer on the Stars Turban. Ground squads there, push back. Nice hit on the Stug. Tiger tank pushing forwards. And then backwards.
The enemy has taken
Lots of flares off here. Storm Grenadiers pushing forwards here, caught spotting the scout squad there. Fun fact about the Tiger tank, it actually had one sort of interesting feature there for like, was at least for that times back then. It actually had like a steering wheel, like a, you know, a car, whereas most tanks back then typically had like levers to like drive around with. The Tiger tank base was sort of more like a Tiger tank to make it easy, like, you know, for the driver to move about with. That was like one of the sort of elements of the Tiger tank. Sort of a little fun one there. There you go. Do go for the infantry officer quarters. Most help some of the other soldiers get close to veterans 3, but also because my pioneers will then get veterans 1, which opens up for fast capture. It makes them a bit harder to kill there. So, you know, I kind of figure there's a point in like keep going in for that. Yes, Basil. Yes, Basil. I'm talking about the Tiger tank. I know it's one of your favorite tanks, alongside the Yak Panther, which is not a tank. You know. You're a cat, so you don't quite care about such distinctions. Fresh push here by DexN. Tiger tank responding. Now, the fun fact about the Tiger tank is it actually had somewhat fairly slow turret rotation, but it was actually compensated by the fact the entire tank itself could like spin around pretty quickly on its treads. It could like do, I think, 180-degree turn, like in front, 360-degree turn, I mean, in like seconds. So it was actually like fairly nimble in that regard. Right squad, they're being hammered by the Tiger tank. Sherman, they're taking a nice hit, Stu backing up. And again, the Tiger tank in like Company 3 is like pretty great as long as you just don't go blindly forward. But you know, sort of like maintain forces and then push for it slowly. It is really good under those circumstances. And again, it's a reason I really can't ever see myself going back to Companies 2. Like, you got a Tiger tank that's actually good. And like actually like inspires into your opponent. Starstorm here, going for the shock assault as well. Closing their T2 here. Stuk in trouble. Going to take some talk back with the Sherman. And the Stuk is kaput. A tragic blow to the German peoples. He's actually gone for 2 anti-tank guns. Definitely caught me a bit off guard there. Double penetrating hits from the anti-tank guns on the Tiger tank. Going with the assault guns trying to close them out here. North here, Pioneer moving about here, ground points. Got one anti-tank gun here, and now I'm gonna push forward to the Blitzkrieg here. Part of me thinks maybe, just maybe can rush in there with the Tiger tank and get in some kills here. Maybe even take out the Sherman, but there's a part of me that realizes I may just be making a really big mistake if I do that, and so I just call it off here. I'm sure I end up wasting 125 munitions, but it's less terrible than wasting an entire damn Tiger tank, I'm sure you'll agree. Same with the Starstorm, the Panzer going to use it again. Heading over to the Pioneer. Got DexN moving forwards with his tanks, his riflemen, grabbing anti-tank guns back again. Troops in spot of the Sherman, just retreat. Again, no point in trying to fight against a tank with no anti-tank weapons. Or tanks. I know. Actually, I'm going to go for another Pioneer squad here, just to, like, you know, so I don't have to withdraw the other one and just get more Pioneers overall to repair my Tiger tank, as they do require a fair bit, and the Pioneers just are not fast at repairing stuff. DexN keeping a good pressure. Again, he sort of also realized maybe just focusing too much in the center is not ideal. If I give him the Grenadiers here, I'm hoping to get past the Sherman and hit the anti-tank guns, but he's clearly not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to move up my more elite troops here towards this point here, and then sort of trying to get a deeper flank for the north here via the center town here. And of course, I'm still repairing the Tiger tank. And I'm just retreating here, so obviously I'm just going to lose men pointlessly. Northward Sea, I don't want to like give away like you know my storm gun or Struppen and Panzer standing about here. That's got like a fair amount of lead infantry. Apparently, though, there's a bit of a mistake here happened. I guess someone punched in the wrong numbers, but it's actually a bit easier to actually feed now than it's supposed to. That also helps here, but like, say it wasn't, again, the infantry officer quarters only helped my assault gun sector hit veteran fleet there. So again, I really think like there's just strong merit to going for these officer quarters upgrades as the Wehrmacht. Tank this finally fixed up. Should be going for another Sturmgeschütz. I hope. There we go. Flanking from north of the Panzergrenadier. Starstorm flanking in here, and units standing about. Got the assaults moving up here, Panzers moving about here, hope to clear up those anti-tank guns, Starstorming as well here, going for the infantry there. Panzer Squad almost wiped out. Gonna chuck a Blenko, I think, there through the window. Pretty much making that uninhabitable. Tiger Tank gets a good shot on those Sherman here. Up north, men of the 3rd Infantry pushing forwards here. Men of the 26th Hill Panzer pushing forward. There you go, Sherman caught. You got your Pantherfast knees wiped against the side of the Sherman. There you go, Pantherfast off, engine damage. The assault is onwards. Starstorm and Tiger Tank in here. Anti-tank and plasma with the shots. They'll ping harmlessly off the frontal arm of the Tiger Tank. Like, I don't know, bread. Because, you know, it's about as useful. Anti-tank crews there being utterly annihilated by the might of Deutschland. This guy may not be able to carry us, but he's good enough.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their
Germans left burning there. Tiger Tank falling bit back here. Fresh Sturmgeschütz moving vorwärts. Yes, Basil, meow. And of course wrecking the anti-tank and see it, because I don't want them, and obviously don't want my opponent to get them back. Who needs anti-tank guns when you got a Tiger? Backed up, let's Stug. Meanwhile, the American medics are working overtime. Jumps like for another push here. Some Hellcats would be a good addition here, though, for DexN. Making progress up north. Very good there. Captain and Scouts being sent in for that. Pinning for some fresh riflemen here.
They have only 100 points remaining.
When he's in trouble, I think they're going to get wiped, unfortunately. Yeah, they're going to get wiped, I think. Just let retreat there. My mistake. My mistake. So I just got to keep Bassler from chewing the cables, which he likes to do whenever he wants my attention. Because he knows he isn't supposed to, but he knows he can get my attention by doing that when he wants something. Because he's just that smart enough of a cat. Flanking up here, of course, I'm feeling threatened, so I'm going to pull back my Stugman Tiger Tank here. But we got Ace Panzergrenadiers here. I actually get more health for that. Ow, Bassel, you stupid cat. Heading the car front here. Stug engaging. Got the Starstorm pushing forwards.
75 points. Do not let up.
Charging in there, got shock assault popped, but they've actually think they got poured on them, so yeah, again, you can sort of see there are some issues with the Starstorm, unfortunate. Tiger Tank going for the Shermans, though. Puncher's in a bit of trouble. Another Sherman there left burning. On the way to glory. And he's about to get wiped out. Tiger Tank's about to hit the ace level. Troops pushing in from the north here. Pioneers sent packing. But I got more Pioneers where they're coming from. We actually got a motor pool here, so you can just start churning out more anti-tank guns. Pioneers, they're dodging a rifle or grenade here from the rifleman. Around the rifleman here. Stug, Tiger Tank falling back, Panzer also retreating here. No point in trying to defend at no extended point here, can't defend easily anyways, and I kind of want like my resources to come in here.
Now is the time for action. The enemy has only 50 points left.
Tiger Tank whips, Stug closing in here. So is the Tiger Tank. Got the Starstorm, the Grenadiers, and the Pioneers. And I'm going for another Panzer Squad. I was probably like considering actually going for like, you know, the Panzer Company, but at this point, Why not just go for more Panzer Grenadiers? Why not just do that?
Panzer Grenadier squad standing.
That's a fresh Panzer Grenadier squad.
Under attack. The enemy has taken a victory.
Now they're entertaining here. Now the 30 cal there for DexN. Going up here. I also forgot to add the machine gun to this Tiger tank. That's a bit of an oversight, to be honest. That is a bit of an oversight. North Hickland Northern Point. Calling an artillery strike here, but I just pop right through. Grab it and done.
Yes, sir. We are ready. Capture the location.
Into the Sherman here.
Ready when
Bringing in, I'm going to actually pop the troops up here. What's that? I think it's an American. Ah. Someone gets a power horse. Lighting the star storm on the Tiger tank. Ooh, yeah. Gonna head in here for the fatherland. It's not ready for another 30 cal there, by the way. Climbing forwards here. Still taking the hits here. Moving up behind the anti-tanks with that one. Actually ends up drawing away fire from the Tiger tank, which I expect from in there. Go ace level Tiger tank. Lost the Grenadier squad again, but they're going to include up with a point blank blast because, again, it's great. Tiger tank, there we go. GG with that. DexN is finally broken. Deutschland prevails. And again, I think a good highlight that, you know, a Tiger tank is a really powerful asset in the right hands. It's not something you just like, you know, blindly stall for and, you know, just hope to win pointlessly. So there you go. Nice bit back and forth here. Again, point blank blast. I can strongly recommend it. And Starstorm obviously need a buff, but, you know, Panzer is still great with the, you know, veterans upgrades here. And, you know, again, I really messed up with that previous assault with the two Dukes around the center, even for away a half track. But yeah, still think a good match here. Good place for DexN. Just a bit odd he didn't go for engineer sooner. And you also should have focused more on the sides at times. I think I got a bit too sucked in the center too long, and that obviously long-term benefited me, even if he didn't, like, you know, did get some kills there. And again, don't bunch up your infantry if you see your opponent's veterans want Stooks, in particular not if they're me, because again, I know how to use this, and I love to do so. So, hope you enjoyed this match. I'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. You can also donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. Or if you're in the market for buying the game, you can just link in the comments using the promo code STUK3G. So, thank you for joining in, and see you all tomorrow for an awesome episode. Bye.